Hey, what is up, everybody? I hope everyone's doing good. This video is gonna be about corn addiction, what's causing it, and how to beat it. Because us as a generation, bro, we're getting our asses kicked by these addictions, bro. Corn addictions, gambling addictions, video game, weed, even food addictions. There's some of us that are spending so much money on DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that. It's just causing obesity, making us lose our money, you know. But in this video, I gotta talk about corn addiction because I'm telling you guys, as men, our biggest struggles is our sexual urges. Our sexual urges just keep pushing us and just keep tempting us, and that's how it is. That's how we're biologically made as men. We have a tough time, dealing with our sexual needs and stuff like that, navigating through this world as women are naked everywhere. Women aren't barely wearing any clothes, and then we have our phones on, and then we're watching movies and shows, and women are always naked. We go in our feeds, in our algorithm, in our TikTok videos, and then some woman shows up. Even if you click not interested, like a few videos later, you'll see it. It's just on repeat. The system is super against us. It's very hard for us to navigate. But yeah, going back to the line, men's biggest weakness is our sexual needs, our sexual desires. And bro, it's true. It's really true. The only good thing about that is that it means that we're healthy. When we wake up, our thing is fully hard, and that means we're healthy. We have high testosterone. We're able to produce babies, which is a good sign. And I seen somewhere, I know a lot of you guys probably seen it. If you guys keep watching content over and over again, you'll see the same statistics, different talking points though, that sex is almost as important for men as much as food, water. Isn't that crazy? Food and water is a necessity. We have to live with it. And sex is almost as important as that. It's like having a community. It's like very important like that. We can't be isolated. We can't be lonely. We have to have sex as humans. It's part of our it's the way we're built biologically. But nowadays, I know a lot of you guys want to be your urges. You guys don't want to be fapping all day, wasting energy over nothing. Like that, you're all the energy is going to nothing. Like, what are we doing? Just producing sperm over nothing. Just wasting plenty sperm that have vitamins, that have energy, and then for 30 minutes to 60 minutes you can't do anything else. Hours later you're busy. You don't want to. Sorry, you're lazy. You're not. I'm not saying you're busy. You probably were busy, but change of plans. Now you want to sit at home all day. You don't want to produce anything. Like, you want to be a good member of society that produces for yourself, for your future family. You don't want to waste any semen, any sperm over dumb stuff, over self pleasure that no one's gonna get. You're gonna have for a few minutes and it's gone. But yeah, that pleasure that you do have and those urges is probably the biggest. It's the hardest one to deal with, and I'll get over it now. We have to produce, and bro, these algorithms, everybody is against us. The way social media is set up for you to spend as much time as possible on the apps. So Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, their main goal is to have your brain hooked in as long as they can. They don't want you clicking anywhere else. They don't want you answering phone calls. They don't want you going back to work. They want you to spend more time on their apps. So you share their content to your friends, and then your friends will spend more time on that app. And then they want to get more ad revenue. So you see where I'm going with this? It's like they pretty much want you to be hooked and occupied and, have the most watch time as possible, because it benefits them. And they're doing everything they can, bro. They have the smartest kids from Silicon Valley and all these places. They have some 21-year-old, 22-year-old kids that know how to manipulate the algorithm in the favor of the apps. Just it's making it very hard for the average person to step away from these apps. That's why a lot of these content creators and these self-help influencers are telling people to just delete Instagram, delete YouTube, delete Facebook, delete TikTok. But it's I don't think you have to go through all those steps. It's best to click not interested, especially if your goal is just to beat your urges. All you have to do is pretty much click not interested hundreds of times, refresh your account, go look at some cars, go look at some watches, go look at some sports, and then boom, hopefully it's gone. Hopefully the issue is fixed from your phone. This was always an issue, but it's not as big of an issue as it was before. Back in the day, it was a much smaller issue, and men used to fap for centuries since the beginning of time. Like, it is what it is. It's not like today, 100 years ago, they didn't have like phones and computers, but they had magazines and paintings. And I'm pretty sure even now there's many paintings of naked women. I'm not sure if there's paintings of women and men doing the act of them having sex, but there probably was or there probably wasn't. I'm not too sure about it, bro. I don't even know. I'm nearly 30 and I don't even know. I don't even care, you know. But what I was gonna say is that, bro, now it's way too accessible. Even back then, even like let's say 40 years ago, 50 years ago, you would get on these not 50 years, that's a bit too much. 30 years ago, there was these DVD players you can watch corn in and stuff like that, and they would do the act. Nowadays, bro, it just takes 3 seconds to go to a website. That's it. Just go website, type it in on your phone, and it's so accessible. When it's weed, when it's alcohol, when it's stuff like that, a different type of addiction, typically you'd have to go home. You have to get dressed. You'd have to go to the store, say hi to a couple people. You're buying this, whatever. Even back in the days when I'm a bit too young to speak on it, but I'm pretty sure the older generation, when they were getting corn videos, they'd have to go to an adult store or something. They'd have to have some shame. So maybe that's what stopped them a bit too. Because I know if it was back in the day and it was corn videos, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go to any of the stores, no matter how aged I was as a teen, no matter how much my urges kicked in when I was younger, bro. There's no way I'm going to an adult store and purchasing these corn videos. Like, bro, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm speaking like in my perspective. Maybe there's some self-respect there, or maybe there's some shame. I'm not sure, but that's just me, and everybody's different. So yeah, it's very, very accessible for kids, not even kids, for grown men to be on these corn websites and getting their videos. So that's what's making it very hard for them to quit. It's so accessible. It's the easiest addiction out there. It's almost easy. It's just like gambling. Gambling's so easy on your phone. That's why a lot of men are losing so much money. That and corn are the top two worst addictions right now in 2026. And they're being promoted everywhere. There's OF accounts being promoted everywhere. It's actually crazy. It's actually nuts. And there's FanDuel, Bet365. There's stake gambling ads everywhere. Like, the biggest artist in the world, Drake, is promoting it. And then these NBA athletes and these soccer athletes, they're promoting the stuff too. UFC athletes. It's like, wow, they're partnering up with stake. Like, they can't even gamble themselves, but they can endorse gambling. It's actually crazy. It's wild. Something else that contributes to corn addictions, which the last point I'm going to be speaking about, is the male loneliness epidemic. It's hard because men are away from family and friends. They fall into boredom. They're typically not with a loved one or a girlfriend, and that makes them want to, do the act a bit more, do the deed a bit more, the horrible deed that they're doing. They're more prone to fapping. They're more prone to watching adult content. And it is what it is. And I want to tell you guys that, like, if you go on walks in the morning, if you go on runs, if you go on the gym, I'm going to speak about the solutions in a bit. But, like, the best way to beat this addiction is by conquering isolation. Don't isolate yourself too much. Keep working. Keep doing extracurricular activities. Go see your family and friends, because the more you isolate yourself, the more likely you are to fall for corn addiction. And it is what it is. Imagine yourself one point in life when you were fapping a lot. You're probably isolated. If you're fapping right now, you're probably very isolated. However, if you don't isolate yourself and you're around people, then you won't be prone to fapping a lot, But yeah, I'm going to give you guys some quick solutions right now. One of the best things that ever worked for me was cold showers, bro. Cold showers in the morning and at night are amazing. In the morning, it wakes you up. Sometimes a cold shower is better than coffee. I'm telling you, it'd be waking me up for hours. And at night, bro, it does not want me doing the deed. The only bad thing about having cold showers during night is that, bro, it has you staying up for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it can do that. But the thing is, of cold showers, I don't want you guys to go from super cold water and freeze yourself off. I want you guys to start medium, and then 30 seconds later make it colder. Another 30 seconds, make it colder. By the last 30 seconds, it should be at the absolute coldest. because these cold showers, bro, they will really help you a lot. Something else that will help you, I know the gym is great, lifting weights is great, but running, bro, running is one of the best things ever. If you run outside, in an area where you're not seeing women, and you just run and run and run, it gives you natural dopamine. It boosts your mind, it boosts your brain, it makes you happier naturally. And you actually did something. Like when I'm going on 45-minute runs or 60-minute runs, every time I come back, I'm sweating, completely dripped in sweat. But after that shower, bro, I feel so happy. It feels like I accomplished something because I did. A 4 or 5 kilometer or 4 or 5 mile run is something to be proud of. And the last but not least, something else that will help you is either getting married, getting a girl, or living with a girl. Getting married will help you a lot, bro. You can't wake up at 1 a.m. in the morning and fap anymore. It's like have some shame. Like, what are you doing? Why would you just do that in bed when your partner's right next to you? It will tremendously stop you from fapping a lot. It won't completely beat it, especially if you have addictions or you're naturally like that, bro. It will not help you completely get rid of the problem, but it will definitely help you a lot. You know, ultimately, it is up to you if you want to like completely kill the problem. Everything's in your hands. It's just that, bro, this life, everything in 2026 has made it so hard for us to control our lust, control our urges, get off the phones. We make money on our phones nowadays. We have to answer emails, get on sales calls. I understand. We have to be within our, some of us are spending 10 to 12 hours a day on our phones just to make money and survive, So that's making it very tricky for us. But you have to block these apps. If you see an attractive woman in your emails, like, don't be getting in your imaginations. I know how low humans can go. I know, on your Instagram DMs, don't even go on. Don't even search these women up. But yeah, I'm telling you guys right now too, fapping once or twice a week is better than fapping every day. If you're fapping or 2 or 3 times a day, but then you start to fap only once a day, or you don't fap in 2 days, or you fap 3 or 4 times a week, you're making progress. Don't let these guys tell you, oh, you gotta fap 0 times a week. Like, that's just like detriment. Bro, that's destructive ideology, bro. That's destructive advice. If someone says, oh, you're fapping every day, now you're fapping twice a week, now your streak ended at 3 days. No, you're literally doing a better job if you're fapping a lot less. If you're fapping, it's like fast food. Sorry, I've been speaking a lot, my voice cracked. But it's like fast food. If you eat junk food every day, let's say you used to eat junk food every day last month. Now you're only eating junk food 3 times a week. You're eating clean 2 days and then junk food. Clean 2 days and junk food. You're only eating junk food 2 or 3 times a week now, where last year was eating junk food every day. You're making progress. And that's a lot better than you were last year. You making progress today is a lot better than last year. Obviously, the goal is to not fap at all. But remember, if you're making progress, don't let any influencer, don't let any friends or family shame you. If you're falling off. Like, if you guys get my analogy now, but that's what I want to say. I really hope I motivated you guys, or put something in your mind out there, or helped you learn something new, not to fap anymore, or to stop it by a big margin. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I want you guys to let me know if I'm making any mistakes when I'm speaking or with my facts. Please evaluate me as a YouTuber. I want to become better and better for you guys. I also want to give you guys my game, everything I learned, and I want to make this a good outlet for the future community that I have. Thank you guys. Peace out.